Welcome back to New Harvest Farm, everyone. We are 6 weeks into our agroforestry test plot, and honestly, we are amazed. You can see behind me. If you haven't seen it, look back at the video we did when we first planted this, but honestly, it's surpassed all of my expectations. Let me show you what's going on here so far. All right, so if you remember the other video, we planted a tree row here. So in this row, we have trees planted down the middle. So you can see here is a beautiful eucalyptus, lots of new foliage already. Remember, this is only 6 weeks after planting. The corn planted by seed. This is really healthy looking corn. Again, the only thing we've done is added cow manure. Here we have jack beans. They're growing really well. We'll be trimming these down soon to give a bit more space. And then all the trees that we planted in here, remember, we planted a tree about every foot. And they've all done amazingly well. Look, we have beautiful citrus tree, lots of new growth on there. We have coffee tucked down in there. There's a Senna, it's a nitrogen fixing tree, native hardwood over there. Our Moringa is really shooting. This is doing really, really well. We have mulberry trees here, lots of new growth on that. Again, more eucalyptus. We have, look at this, this is beautiful. Our banana plants just popping out now. So 6 weeks, but we planted them in a new way and they're coming out really nicely now. We have our Cassava, lots of new growth. We have our tomatoes here that we planted. Again, beautiful corn. Even this Gliricidia that we put in, just a cutting, obviously. It's taking nicely now. We're getting a lot of new growth on that. Just absolutely beautiful. Everything here is growing really well. Again, only 6 weeks in, and this corn is looking better than most of our corn did last year when it started to have ears already. So we're pretty amazed. Here between our tree rows, this row is a veg row. As you can see, we have tomatoes. They're looking pretty decent. We have beets along the edge. Again, corn here to give a bit of shade. We have a few other, I guess we have some weeds in there too. Here we have some pigeon peas, which are good nitrogen fixing plants. This row has absolutely amazed us. This is, you can barely see them now. This is a pineapple row. Pineapples coming down there. So there's pineapples planted in here, but in between the pineapples, we put in cassava here. We put in some pigeon pea, as you see, some corn. And then along the side, we did beans. These are dry beans. These beans, let me tell you, we've been growing beans here for 4 years, and these look so much healthier than anything we've ever had here. And we've done nothing. We've done nothing other than plant them like this, and there was a bit of cow manure. See, they're starting to give beans already. 6 weeks. 6 weeks, and we're getting little beans. There's another row. This one did not develop as well. We lost all the tomatoes in here. They were a new hybrid, which just didn't work. But we still have cilantro, which we've been harvesting already. We have collard greens. Already 6 weeks in, we're having production off of this. Corn. We have green beans we planted in here now to take the place of the tomatoes that are gone. And then we had arugula planted in here, but we have these flea beetles that just decimated it, so not getting much off of that. Here we have another tree row. Again, beautiful. The corn looks great. Trees are all growing really well. Our bananas, these are a bit further along here, looking really nice. Mulberries are already giving berries, pretty incredible. Here we have a row of, this is a coffee row. So we have our coffee down in here. And then we have other things that are going to give them shade because coffee loves shade. They're struggling to not have shade right now. We have some pigeon pea, some cassava, and we've planted some black-eyed peas along the side to fix some nitrogen and to occupy the space, and of course some corn. Yeah, this row, our root crop row here, look at how well the sweet potatoes are filled in. We have 2 different varieties of sweet potatoes. We have a red flesh, or an orange flesh, and a white flesh. And then we have, again, a bit of corn. This corn, I think this is actually volunteer corn. I don't think we planted it here. We have some cassava, and then, I'm not sure if we can see it down in here. See if we can find one. We have planted Taro Root, which is just starting to come now. I can't find it in here, but a few have started to pop their head out. So we should have those coming up soon. This row is our only row that I'd say is a bit of a failure. We tried planting grass. Hasn't done terribly well. We've learned from it. We did another plot already. We planted a bit younger grass, and it's doing much better. So I think we'll be taking this one out and repeating it. And then our last tree row here, It doesn't look quite as full as the others because we didn't do the jack beans along the edges. We did collard greens, which we're already getting some off, intercropped with. We have some lettuce, which we've already harvested. And now we have some beans that we put in to take the place of those when they get pulled out. So it looks like something got in here and is knocking these beans off. But we'll replant if we need to. And again, all the trees are looking so healthy. So honestly, we're pretty amazed. It makes no sense. This is our worst field on the farm. We've never been able to get anything to grow here. We've tried veg, we've tried corn, we've tried beans, we've tried everything. We just can't get anything to take. And now with this Syntropic Agroforestry system here, everything is taking and everything is doing so well, where it seems like there was no resources in the soil, and even if we planted it very sparsely, we're getting nothing. Here we planted so much and it's coming up with absolute abundance, and it is really amazing. I think it just is a demonstration of God's economy of abundance. When you plant a variety of things, everything's working together. We have very little pest pressure here other than on the arugula. It just looks beautiful. I mean, this is dry season, we're giving it a bit of water, but that's it. No fertilizer, nothing, and it is looking like this. So we're really, really happy with this. We've already expanded into another area, which is already going well also, and we're looking in the future. I would love to be able to expand this out to 5-6 acres to have this, where we have trees and vegetables and everything growing together in syntropy, I guess is the correct word for it. So yeah, pretty cool. We're really excited about this. We look forward to giving you updates in the future.